Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee Chats. Today we're here with Lily.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Lily.
Thank you so much for having me on. So excited for this.
We're super excited too.
I know, man. It's actually such a chill vibe, meeting you, yeah, and also knowing that you're from up north as well. Coming with that energy. Tell the people where you're from up north.
Everyone, I'm from Sunderland, if you know where that is. It's in the northeast. A lot of people think it's Newcastle, especially down south. They're like, are you a Geordie? I'm like, no, I'm a Mackem. I don't get too offended.
Before sitting down here today, we went to grab some coffee, and here's how it went.
Lily, it's so nice to have you here. We'd like to know a little bit about you, about like what you do.
Hi everyone, my name is Lily Thompson. I am a director, photographer and videographer. And I also am the founder of Fame Love Yeah, which is a creative production company.
What type of things do you guys do at Fame Love?
So it's visual led, so it's very much like heavy on visuals, so it's music videos, visualizers, photo shoots, and then this stretches across fashion and music. So that's the key main industries that we're currently working in right now.
Oh, wow.
So you already have a lot of, I would say, experience working in a creative field. As someone that does that, how would you define creativity and what it means to you?
Creativity for me would be reinterpreting something based on your perspective. Because we all have different perspectives. We've went through a million different things. Everyone's
100%.
lives are completely different. It's hard to make something from scratch. It's got to be inspired by somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's just reinventing, creating something from your perspective. And that's what I define creativity to be.
I would like to ask you, what was like your first earliest memory of you being like creative or doing something creative?
In my household, it's very creative. So growing up as like a little side hustle, what my mum used to do, basically in the 2000s, there was a lot of big touring shows. So it was Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Nicki Minaj. And I loved like pop music, videos. So my mum was thinking of a way. She was thinking, like, how can I get a bit of extra pocket money, a bit of side hustle going on? So what she done was create outfits for people wanting to go to these concerts.
No way.
So she'll sell them on eBay, like a full Lady Gaga outfit, whether that's with the disco stick, the glasses, everything. Katy Perry, like Californian Girls, like the cupcake bras, everything like that.
Wow.
So growing up, I was seeing like my mum make all these costumes and I was like, I've got to put them on. I've got to try them on. So me and my sister and my best friend always used to like put on all the outfits my mum used to make and then do music videos, do shows, stuff like that, and make my parents like video and record. So I think that's probably the first creative thing I used to do growing up, and that's obviously moved towards me doing music videos and working in the music industry and on big fun sets with cool concepts. So I think that's where it stemmed from.
That's crazy because during them times, I don't care who you are, Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj, Katy Perry, them 2008, like 2010 times, bro. You was singing their song everywhere.
Yeah.
Like everywhere. I don't care who you are.
It's crazy because I feel like I always estimate how big someone is if it came to Lithuania. And Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, they toured in Lithuania when I was like probably like in those times, well, definitely too young to have my own pocket money to go to those concerts. But that's how I knew them. So I feel like if you reach an audience in such a tiny country that not even the world knows about, then you're a superstar.
100%.
If you toured in Lithuania, you've made it. That's the criteria. That is the criteria.
You can't say you're international if you didn't come to any Eastern European countries.
Absolutely.
Would you say those memories, like, have you ever thought about pursuing non-creative path?
I think coming from a creative household, I mean, my dad isn't fully creative. He had kind of a corporate job growing up, so I've seen both sides of it. You can have a creative career and also a very corporate career. So what I like to do is kind of merge them both.
Oh, amazing.
So I'm a very creative person, but I always think, how can I make a business out of this? How can I sustain myself off creative projects? So I've kind of like worked out a way how to maintain them both. And I find a lot of interest in business and studying finance, like we were talking about before. So yeah, having both examples of corporate and creativity in my house growing up, it's like helped me grow up with both mindsets, I think.
That's great.
And just like to expand on that corporate side of things, how has that influenced your creativity as well?
I think growing up around someone who's in the corporate ladder, corporate rat race, it's made me not want to not want to be fully corporate, not want to be fully 9 to 5. Although like I find it very important to understand financial literacy and understand how the world works, because my mind was not wired for, I'm a creative person through and through, so like trying to get around that and understand, wait, this is why that happens and XYZ. But yeah, no offense to it at all, like but so, and I also done a shoot since my dad worked in corporate like office for over 30 years. He used to work in Japan a lot, so I went and visited, and he had offices there. He's retired now, but he had offices there, and you always think when you like people go to Japan of like anime and neon lights and stuff, and I was like, no, I want to do a photo shoot around the corporate world in Japan.
That would be crazy.
I pitched this idea to my dad. I was like, please, can I go back to your office that you worked in and shoot with your co-workers? And he's like, Lily, we'll see. And I just really wanted to do the project. And then so he linked me up with his friends in Japan who still worked at the company, and we done like an amazing photo shoot.
No way.
In Yokohama. Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Crazy.
I think it's my favourite photo shoot ever.
Wow. I mean, I think I've seen a few bits from that photo shooting on social media, and that was something that's like, even to me, was like, oh, that's something new. It's so refreshing to see original ideas or something that's personal to you, I think. Were there any other projects that inspired you creatively or challenged you creatively?
I think the one that springs to mind would be earlier this year. I shot the campaign for Aridazi Autumn Winter, and this was shot on a ski slope.
Wow.
So that was a challenge, and the shoot was 45 minutes long, so we had to get all the shots before the ski slope opened.
Wow.
So Isadora, the owner of the brand, booked this ski slope, and we all went. Call time was dead early in the morning.
Whoa, what time?
I think we got on the ice 8 o'clock maybe, but this is in like northwest London, like next to like Harrow, I'm pretty sure. It's like Hemel Hempstead, if you know the ski slope. It's that one, it's the indoor one. And yeah, we got on at 8:15 and shot the whole thing within 45 minutes. And
wow.
The wrap time was 9 a.m. and I was thinking, this is the earliest wrap I've ever had.
Wow.
But that was like since with the super short time limit and the deliverables were like very exact with like the creative direction, it was kind of vintage inspired old ski campaign, which is like super fun. That was very challenging, but like so fulfilling afterwards when we got in that car park after and like looking through the images, we're like, yes, we've done it. And then later that shoot got featured in British Vogue, which is unbelievable. Congrats. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Like, come on.
That recognition comes with time, just because I feel like from what I've seen, your work is always that personal touch, something that's personal to you, something that inspires you. Now the 2010s, they're coming back in fashion, or like 2014 coming back in fashion. But at 2014 was so cringe. But there was still probably people that were doing it because they loved it. Spending so much time doing creative things, do you ever experience any like artistic blocks? How you deal with that?
It's hard because when you put something out and you're anticipating, oh, like this is the sickest shoot I've ever done, I'm so proud of this. And when it doesn't get the likes or it doesn't get the recognition, you're like, well, what's the point? But I think with the creative blocks, like just putting it out there, not trying to make it perfect, just making it exist is the most important thing. Like, I wish my work was perfect. It's definitely not, but it's definitely gotten better. So I think keep pushing through with just putting out there, like trying to not think about the recognition coming from it and enjoying making it is probably the most. Yeah. Like focusing on actually making it instead of thinking ahead and how it's going to be perceived, then helps
Yeah.
cut through that creative block.
You can tell, like, from the work that you do and how you talk about this work, we really resonate with you and how we do our work and how we do our brand. Because I think it was in an earlier podcast that the same thing was said about just putting your work out there. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's just the fact that you have put it out there and there's something out there that you know that you made, that people are there to see. That should give you that enough satisfaction. Shouldn't want to be perfect all the time.
Yeah.
Always learning and always improving.
Absolutely.
I think so many people get stuck in the planning stages of things that they never actually start doing it. And you can't learn unless you do, unless you experiment.
And I'm a victim of it too. Like the amount of lists I have in my notes app, thinking, I'll just make a list first and then I'll get to work. And like, girl, you never get to the list. Like, you never tick anything off. It's like a push. Like, I feel like it's two magnets, like pushing against yourself, just trying to like push through.
If you had like a kind of like some advice for people that don't feel like they're creative, they think that they don't have that in them, what would you say to these type of people?
I believe that everyone has creativity. Just because in primary school your teacher told you that your drawing wasn't good doesn't mean to say you're not a creative. Like just because you couldn't draw, but it comes in a lot of different forms. Even a creative mindset, how you think about different problems and solve them and fix issues, that's a form of creativity. So separating it from art or I can paint, I can play this instrument, it goes deeper than that. So
100%. Yeah.
I think I totally agree. I think that's an interesting viewpoint to separate a form of art from creativity, because like I think we can be creative beyond that, and obviously any art form is self-expression and creative expression, but I think as you said it goes way further than that. Very fashionable person yourself, so we can
100%.
dive deep
guys.
a little bit
like
into
a
that.
Kill Bill type jacket on right now.
my new jacket.
How has your personal style evolved with your creative journey?
With my creative journey, as I'm getting older and getting more into different artists and seeing what other people are wearing and other creators, it just expands my expands what I see. So then I take influences from all these different places, which ultimately influence my photography style as well. So it's kind of stretched across fashion and photography, like how I dress. Like I take a lot of inspiration from the Gorillas and Jamie Hewlett. So picking pieces from music videos that I like and what maybe other fashion brands are doing and stuff like that. So I think just over time building.
And
that's
just to hear that all these things that you're doing, are there any new projects or stuff that you're working on that in the comment that you want people to know about?
I think mainly just the production company I'm like striving hard for. Basically like what we represent. Sometimes people think that to like something you've got to have a deep meaning or but with my art sometimes I create it just because I like it. It doesn't have to be deeper than that. I just made it because I liked it, and that's kind of a blockage in itself, thinking I've got to make something because it's got to have a deeper meaning. No, like we do visuals just because you like the visuals and it resonates with you or another audience. And it's also like taking the element of that and being a fan of something. So we do a lot of like fan edits sort of our work. We can create fan edits because we're a fan of our work. That's as simple as that.
Do you have any like hyperfixations now of someone that inspires you?
I think mainly what inspires me besides the creativity, as we were talking before about the business aspect, is some of my peers. So one in particular would be James Frost. He is a London creative. He's a photographer. He's an amazing photographer, and also founded Buzz Social, which is a new app, but he's absolutely killing it. So he's a great inspiration, and how he blends his art with business as well, I found super inspiring. And also everyone on the team at Student Enterprise for LSBU, absolutely phenomenal. The entrepreneurs there in residence, the entrepreneurs on the course, and also the team is just being around other people going in the same direction or just like-minded people just helps me feel inspired and show up every day, because I know it's super hard.
If you watch this video in a year's time, what advice do you want to give to your future self, and what message do you want to tell her?
If I could give advice to myself in a year's time, would be to reiterate, it doesn't have to be perfect, and just make it happen. Stop getting caught up and trying to make it perfect, because I struggle with it so much, procrastinating, putting it off, because I'm like, well, I know it's not going to be what I want it to be, but it never will if I never try. So I think just keep trying and putting out work as much as possible.
Yeah. What is your word of the day?
My word of the day is going to be optimism.
Optimism. I love that. Optimism.
Why not? If
Yeah.
not you, then who?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Lily, for being upon this podcast. Just being with you has been very, very good. I know me and Lucretia loved it.
I wish we had more time to talk, so we probably have to do a part 2 when
Yeah.
I'd love to.
100%.
I'd love to, guys.
Like,
more of
good-
your work comes out. We'll definitely be back here.
Yeah.
And pick your brains more.
Yes.
I want to hear more.
Now, when we're back here, it'll be more back and forth, but
Yeah.
Absolutely.
we will do it 100%. But thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, guys.
Yeah,
I really appreciate
absolute
it.
pleasure.
This has been Coffee Chats with Kaiyen.
We need to get like a selfie as well.